Hello, it's Riles, and I'll be showing you some MultiHero advanced tactics today. You might find these more difficult to execute, but the payoff in the end is great. I didn't have a very good example of edge guarding in my last video, so this video will have give you a much better idea of what edge guarding is all about. Spider-Man and Ninja Turtle will be showing you some edge guarding techniques today, and I always use my low primary attack because it gets low, because usually your opponent's below you and trying to come up, and it usually interrupts their recovery move. Use your low primary as much as you can to just kick them off the map. Just keep doing it. There's another technique of edge guarding where you jump up in the air and you attack, so your opponent has no chance of getting back to the stage. I use the air edge guard when my opponent's above me because I have more time to recover, and if I use it below my opponent, I usually don't get back to the stage. And air edge guarding, I find it a lot. If you want to put somebody away for good, I mean, this is a technique you should use, although there is a higher chance of you dying during the execution of this technique. The next series of clips will show you how to use the level. Instead of being frustrating, we'll show you how to use it to your advantage and hurt your opponents. Find ways to use the level to your advantage. If there's lava around, you can throw them into that. If there's crevices, you can throw them into that, and they usually can't recover very well. And you can bank them off walls. Usually when an opponent hits a wall, the hit stun, which is how long it takes for them to recover from a hit, is usually very great, and they really can't attack you anymore, so you can just keep hitting them against the wall. Throws are mainly used for countering shields, and they aren't really that damage dealing, so that's pretty much the only use for them, except for throwing people into objects too. As I said, throws are used mainly against shields, although you can use them against slow attacks if you want to, and you can use them to throw them into objects, projectiles, rivers of lava, all that cool shit. Some characters' throws you can also use as a suicide move, because you can basically throw them and yourself off the map, just like that. You can also do it again, which is really annoying. It's actually quite a good tactic when you have more lives than your opponent, and you just want to finish him off. You'll lose a life, but he'll lose the match, so who the fuck cares? If someone grabs you, rapidly tap your primary attack to get out of it. Special attacks are attacks unique to your character. Your up special is usually an attack that carries you upward, and it is actually a good attack to use, although its main use is recovery move. You can use this attack as an attack. It's actually pretty damage dealing. You can also keep doing it over and over again because it just keeps hitting your opponents up, and it gets really annoying. But its main use is as a recovery move to get back to the stage, or if you miss an air edge guard. Your regular special is usually a ranged attack, except for the Battletoad Rash, who has that boot kick thing. It usually doesn't deal much damage, but you can do it often, and it is ranged, so, you just keep doing it over and over and over. To dodge these, you jump all the way, you duck, or you just block them. But they're actually quite annoying, and when there's distance between you and your opponent, just launch a bunch of these. Right, your down special is usually some sort of flying kick or whatever, Mario Tornado, and it's usually a more precise move, and you have to time it right, but you can use it to actually jump over. If people launch projectiles at you, use your down special, jump over the projectile, and then hit them like I'm doing there, and it's actually quite effective. Your down special can also be served as a secondary recovery move because it usually gets more sideways. Your regular recovery move goes up and sideways, well this just goes straight sideways. And you can also use it in the air, which can be pretty annoying. A final smash is a special attack by your character, and is usually intended for high damage and knocking people off the stage. Your final smash usually takes a really long time to acquire, as it consists of fighting until your bar gets green, which usually takes around 4 or 5 kills. And then, but when you do use your special, it's usually death killing. Some final smashes are definitely better than others, however. You can block most final smashes. Some break shields, some don't, some are just gay. You really need to know your character's final smash because they all vary. And you have to know in the right situation to use them because you can mess them up really badly. Well, let's see here. There's a bridge about to smoke me, so I'm gonna use my special. You fucking idiot. Look what happens. Special! Yeah, I'm gonna kill him. Shit! Oncoming bridge. Fuck. Oh shit. Oh. Ow. Here's some other stuff you might find useful. If you're planning a suicide and you and your opponent are down to the last life and you think that, oh, I'll just last longer than him, he'll blow off the map, I'll win. Well, in MultiHero's case, that won't happen because MultiHero doesn't stop the game until you're safely back on the stage. And if you die even after your opponent does, it's a draw game anyways, so it's just a note. Just like in original Super Smash Bros., you can break the opponent's shield if it takes enough punishment. As I said, the shield can block anything, but if they keep attacking you and you just keep using your shield, it's eventually going to break, and you're going to pay for it. And some people have their final smashes that will break your shield, and so you'll still receive some damage anyways. And, so you just can't use your shield forever and you get your ass whooped like that. If you played the campaign, you would already know this, but a lot of people don't. They just play versus. And it's a little trick. You can throw stuff sideways by pressing the up and over arrow keys plus the throw button when you have items in your hands. If you don't want to go through the adventure mode and try to unlock all the stages and characters, so what you do is at the main menu, hit backspace 5 times, press enter. Remember, press backspace though, not space. And then you get all the characters and all the stages. So if you want the straight shit, bitch, that's it.